Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and Vault Prime is getting vaulted pretty soon, and then Banshee is coming into the game, so let's go ahead and talk about that in today's video. Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video, and in today's video we're basically just going to be talking about Vault Prime being vaulted in the Prime Vault in 2 days time, so on the 28th of February, along with the Odinata Prime and then Banshee Prime's release. She's coming out with Helios Prime, the Yafuna Prime, and obviously Banshee Prime herself, along with her accessory kit if you happen to go ahead and buy that there, and basically how you can go ahead and prepare for the release of Banshee Prime and the vaulting of Vault Prime. So, if you guys don't already know who or what Banshee Prime is, it's basically the next up-and-coming Prime frame into Warframe, which you can go ahead and farm the relics for on the 20th of February, and then obviously play those relics to get the Prime parts and build the Prime frame. So, you don't have to pay for the frame at all, but you do have the option to do so if you want to get her, like, instantly. It's about £120, I believe. Don't quote me on the actual prices. If you go ahead and you take a look at the current Prime access pack, which is currently Valkyr Prime, you can see a rough sort of estimate on what the prices will be for the Banshee Prime pack. Obviously, prices may vary depending on the accessory kit or which one you actually go for, because there's a bunch of different stuff in each package, and depending on which one you buy will determine basically what you get. So it'll obviously tell you what you're getting and yeah, how much it's worth and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to go ahead and go into your codex section in either PS4, Xbox One, or PC right now, you can go ahead and see that Banshee Prime is currently in the codex section. And if you click on her, you can see how she looks. You kind of get a preview of the up-and-coming Prime frame. And yeah, it kind of looks like the Immortal skin was kind of just put onto your mesh right there. And then she has this cool, awesome sort of energetic look going around her face. And obviously has the Prime detail and everything like that there. Looks pretty awesome, looks pretty cool. You do get an armor and a power increase compared to the original Banshee. So you get an armor increase of about 50. And then the power increase, I'm not too sure how much it's by, about 25. Yep, there you go. If you compare it to the original stats, health and shield aren't actually touched. But yeah, I want to go ahead and read out the description for her here, because I think they kind of messed up. Banshee Prime assails her foes by manipulating sonic forces to deadly effect, featuring altered mod polarities for greater customization. So I really doubt that that's what they intended to have in there. Maybe it's just because she isn't officially released yet that description is like that, but some grammar errors, not too bad. I'm not too sure if these are messed up, but I'm not going to go ahead and go through her abilities, because if you've played Banshee before, you know what she does. Basically a sound-based Warframe. You can knock enemies over, you can mark the enemy's weak spots, you can make it so the enemies are stunned by silence and make your weapons silent, and you can stun a lot of enemies in a wide radius around you with her ultimate. So that's basically a quick rundown of Banshee Prime's abilities. So moving on to the weapon that she's going to have, she's actually going to have a alt-fire secondary weapon, which is marketed as a shotgun. It's got a high impact stat, a low puncture and slash stat. It's got a very high critical chance and a pretty good critical multiplier. But I do believe, like I said beforehand, that this is going to be a alt-fire shotgun. So Banshee Prime's signature shotgun is an instrument of devastation that fires both focused and broad shots. So basically saying, you can either use this like sort of your Vacor Marlock, or you can use it like a shotgun secondary. So you're basically swapping between, I would say, a Vacor Marlock and also like a Bronco Prime sort of thing right there. I'm not too sure how it's actually going to work, because we haven't seen any gameplay off it yet, but whenever the gameplay does come out, or we do get our hands on this weapon, you can guarantee that you will see it on the channel. So yeah, that's the Yafuna Prime. Pretty good stats, at least in my opinion. I am very excited to get my hands on this weapon, and of course, whenever I do, you will see it on the channel, and you'll see me farming it and all the good stuff. So moving on, we also have Helios Prime coming out under Sentinels. If we can go ahead and take a look at those. I think it's not under Warframe and Arcwings. What's it under? Companions. There we go. So if we go ahead and type in Helios Prime, or just click it right there. This is basically what Helios Prime is. This is a guy that scans the enemies around you, and yeah, pretty cool Sentinel. You're going to get the Deconstructor Prime as well, so that's the weapon that comes with. You can compare the stats right here, so 200 health, 100 shield, 50 armor, 100 power. And I believe we get an increase in health, we get an increase in health, we get an increase in armor? Yep, increase in armor by 50. And is that an increase in power as well? No, no increase in power. So, you know, increase in health and armor, pretty good. Not the best companion in the game by any means, but definitely very useful for scanning enemies, so you can use them in the simulacrum. And I'm pretty sure I've made a video on how to get in there beforehand, so if so, I'll have that in a card up top right, which you can go ahead and check out. And that's pretty much it. So other than that, basically what's going to be happening is on the 20th of February, all that stuff is going to come out, and that's going to be released into the game, so you can go ahead and you can farm all of your relics by doing the likes of endless missions, such as survival, defense, interception, or you can do you can basically go ahead and farm up all your Vault Prime parts before it comes out. And doing that there, basically what you're doing is you're basically making free platinum, okay? Because you're farming up these Vault Prime parts. Vault Prime is going to be vaulted away into the Prime Vault to be released again at a later date. So obviously new players into the, who are coming into the game are going to want to have Vault Prime. So, you know, you can sell that to those newer players for a very large amount of platinum, because he isn't currently obtainable in the game. You're going to have to fork out a large sum of platinum to actually get your hands on Vault. So, alongside Vault Prime being vaulted, you know, the Odinata Prime is being vaulted as well, and that's the Prime Arcwing. So if we go ahead and take a look at that there, it should be under Warframes and Arcwings, Odinata Prime, and there we are. So basically a very flashy looking Arcwing. You know, you can go ahead and farm that there up as well. And, you know, Vault Prime is probably one of the most common Prime frames to get, or the easiest to get, sorry. Pardon my English, I know I messed up a lot in this commentary today, but, you know, what can you do about it? It's just kind of hit or miss in terms of how you feel in the day, I guess. So just go ahead up here and type in Vault, and then you'll see all the relics which you currently own, which Vault will drop from. So if you go ahead and flick through, so Vault Prime chassis and these Meso relics, you get a Vault Prime blueprint in this Neo relic, Vault Prime systems, I would assume, Vault Prime blueprint right there, and Vault Prime droptics, and then we have a Vault Prime systems right there. So Lif is the systems, then Meso is the chassis, we got the blueprint here in Neo, and then we have the blueprint again, as well as the neuroptics in these Axie ones. Obviously, there will be different relics containing different sort of Vault Prime parts and all this stuff in the different eras. Just depends which one you're going for, really, and which one you find easiest to farm, which you can go for. Because like you guys can see, I have 18 Lift V1s, and I have 29 Meso V2. So obviously, these are pretty common. You can just go ahead and farm those up, and you'll get those Vault Prime parts, and then you can use those there and do your stuff. He's a very easy Prime frame to get, at least in my opinion. I'll have a link down in the description below linking to basically the relic drop locations for where you can get the relics which will drop Vault Prime parts, or, you know, at least a wiki page explaining how to do it or something like that there. So yeah, leave a comment down in the comment section below if you're excited for Banshee Prime. Tell me if you're going to be buying her. Tell me if you're going to be farming up Vault Prime to sell Vault Prime parts for platinum, and then just buying her off another player for platinum, which is something, I mean, you can do that there if you're kind of lazy, I guess, and you don't maybe have time to farm her whenever she first comes out. It just all depends on the type of player that you are. You don't necessarily have to rush getting Banshee Prime. Just take it slow, take it easy, and you will get all the Prime frames and stuff over time. At least that's what I feel, in my opinion. You don't have to necessarily go out and get one Prime frame, because if you do that there, then I feel like you tend to get quite frustrated if you're trying to go for something in Warframe. Because if you try to go for something you don't necessarily get it, then obviously you're going to get annoyed with the game. You're going to want to take a break, and then it's just not fun then. So take your time, take it easy. Remember, it's a game. Have fun with the game, and don't stress yourself out with trying to get the new Prime stuff. Like I said, you can go ahead and you can buy it off other players. You can buy it from Warframe themselves or Digital Extremes himself via the market for varying prices depending on what you want to get. You can buy the Prime Accessories Kit, and that's basically going to give you a fancy looking Syandana, I believe, and some Sentinel accessories, and then you get a 90-day affinity and credit booster on top of that. So definitely very worth it. For a newer player, you get an exclusive customization piece, so that's the thing that you go on your back. So I have the Prime Pyra Syandana right here, pretty rare, pretty exclusive, only for people who actually went ahead and bought this whenever it came around. So, you know, you can go ahead and pick that up, and that'll definitely help you if you're a newer player, like I said beforehand. So leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What you think of Banshee Prime, what you think of the Yafuna Prime, what you think of Helios Prime, if you're going to be picking her up on release, if you're going to be farming for her, buying her with another player, buying her with your hard-earned money, if you're going to be selling that Vault Prime parts to get her, if you're going to be selling those Uranata Prime parts, or if you're going to be keeping those to sell at a later date to maybe, like, you know, have that platinum sitting in your platinum balance to buy, like, more customization packs, like, maybe in the future whenever they release another cinematic quest or something like that there, because you guys remember Hunt House Gift was pretty damn expensive, so, you know, a lot of people wanted that because it gave you the War Sword and it gave you all those cool cosmetics and all that good stuff. So, yeah, you know, it's just down to what you guys want to do, really. I'm just kind of here to give you the information on what's happening in Warframe. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button below. And you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.